Here's a message to all the PIMOs out there. I know you guys love your Jehovah Witness family and friends, right? I know you love them to death, especially the family, right? But you have to keep one thing in mind. Just one thing in mind. If your family and friends, right, and the organization, if they can't accept that you don't accept the organization, if they can't love you unconditionally, right? If they refuse to have you in your life just because you feel like that organization is not for you, then guess what? Those aren't your people. Those aren't your people. So my question to you is, how long are you gonna put on this act, right? How long are you gonna keep up this front, right? Pretend like you want to be a JW just to keep your family and friends. How long are you gonna do this? Because you guys have to keep one thing in mind. We can never ever get time back. Time is the one thing that we can never get back, right? So let's say 10 years pass from now. Are you still gonna be PIMO? Are you still gonna go out in service? Are you still gonna go to the meetings? Are you still gonna put on this front just to keep your family and friends, right? Are you still gonna do that? Because 10 years from now, that's 10 years that you will never ever get back, right? And I don't know about you guys, but me personally, this is why I couldn't do it. This is why once I woke up and I found out the truth about the truth, right? Me personally, this is why I couldn't be fake. This is why I had to leave it once and for all. Once you wake up and you find the truth about the truth, and you realize that you was brought up in a man-made organization, right? I said to myself, I had two options. I could have either been fake and stayed in it for my family, right? Or I could have stood up for what's right, right? And I could have learned to be my true, authentic self. Because when you're born and raised in an organization, all you know is the organization, right? You don't know how to be your true, authentic self. So, sorry, I feel a burp coming on. But so once you wake up and you realize that your whole life was a lie and that this really isn't the truth, me personally, there's no way in hell I could have stayed a witness. I couldn't be fake, go to the meetings, go on service just to keep my family. I couldn't do it. There's no way in hell I couldn't do it. I thought about it. Don't get me wrong. I did think about it, right? Because I love my family. I love my JW friends. But I'm not going to be fake. I'm not going to be in a man-made organization and be fake and waste away my life just to keep them. I'm not doing that. We have one life to live, right? So I ask you PIMOs out there, what is your end game? I know you love your family, right? You may love your family unconditionally, but unfortunately, your family, they don't love you unconditionally. They don't, because if they did, they would accept the fact that you would have doubts, that you would say, you know what, this is not for me. They would accept that and still love you. But you guys are only in it just to please your family, right? How is that fair to you? Think about the long term. 20 years from now, right? You may be in your 50s or 60s. Are you still going to be playing this game? Are you still going to be doing this for your family? Because when you're in your 60s, 50s and 60s, right? Whew, you're like you're pretty much up there. You're up there in ages, right? You can't get that time back. And trust me, you don't want to have any regrets. And guess what? Even if you do have regrets at that age, in your 50s and 60s, there is nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it, right? So I want to encourage all PIMOs out there. Have a game plan. Whether it takes 6 months or a year or even longer, right? Remember, you have to live your life for you. Don't live it for your family and your Jehovah's Witness friends. If they can't love you unconditionally for who you are, then guess what? There are plenty of people out there that will love you for who you are, right? I want you guys to think long term. Please think long term, because time goes by pretty damn fast. It goes by pretty damn fast, right? Now, thank God I was able to wake up in my mid-30s, right? And I still have life ahead of me. I had plenty of friends out there. Thank God I was inactive for quite some time. So I had plenty of non JW people out there that love me for who I am, right? And one thing that was a game changer for me personally, right? One thing. So when I was at fellowship 2 years ago. Well, sorry. Yeah, for 2 years I was the fellowship, right? For 2 years. But this year, this past March, right? I went to Australia, and my family was shunning me, right? At my own blood that was shunning me, that didn't talk to me for 2 years. But I went to Australia. You know, I have a whole lot of friends out there in Australia. I went to Australia and I had friends that drove 2.5, nearly 3 hours to see me. And that was a mind fuck. That was a mind fuck. I said to myself, hold on, my own blood is shunning me. I haven't talked to my own blood in 2 years, right? Here I go on a vacation on the other side of the world, and I have people driving 2.5, 3 hours to see me. That was my confirmation. And I already knew before that I wasn't coming back to this organization. But that was my confirmation that life is too short and you need to spend quality time with people that actually give a flying fuck about you, right? People that actually love you for who you are. That was it. Once I realized that, hold up, my own family are shunning me, but I have friends on the other side of the world driving hours to see me, I said, no, I can't be fake. I can't do this shit. I'm not coming back to this organization to be fake, right? And like I said, I wasn't coming back before that situation happened. But once my friends drove hours to see me, my non-Jehovah's Witness friends that love me unconditionally, once that happened, I said, there's no way in fucking hell. There's no way in fucking hell I'm coming back to this organization, right? And I just want you guys to think long term. Come up with a game plan. Like I said, whether it's 6 months, a year and a half, or whatever, right? Just think long term. And keep in mind, your Jehovah's Witness family and friends, they don't love you. They don't have that agape true love for you. They love you on their terms. They love you conditionally, right? If you're in an organization, if you're going to the meetings, if you're going out in service, then yeah, they love you, right? That fake love. But the minute you show any doubts, the minute you tell them that you don't believe in that organization, they're gone. So that means that they are not your true friends, not your real friends, because your real friends are going to accept you no matter what. You should be 100% honest with your friends and your family, right? You should be 100% honest. Say, listen, I don't believe in this shit. I don't. And if they're still in your life, if they're still there for you, then guess what? Those are your people. But if they disappear just because you're being honest about the religion, then that's your answer, right? So, all the PIMOs out there, please come up with a game plan, right? Whether it's months, years, whatever, come up with a game plan. If you're living with witnesses, your parents, or you have roommates that are witnesses and you don't believe in it anymore, maybe it's time to get your own place. If you're working for witnesses, right? Maybe it's time to get a new job in which you're not working for Jehovah's Witnesses, right? Come up with a game plan. Give yourself a year. I think that's reasonable. Give yourself a year. I'm pretty sure a lot of PIMOs out there have other PIMO friends, right? Build up your network of other PIMOs or people outside the organization, right? And keep in mind, there's the ex-Jehovah's Witness community on Facebook, on Reddit, on YouTube, here on YouTube. There's a whole lot of people out there. There's a whole lot of other ex-Jehovah's Witnesses that you can befriend, right? But the game plan is to give yourself a year. Please, give yourself a good year, right? It could, even if it takes longer. Because a lot of people cannot process losing their family. But just keep in mind, please keep one thing in mind. If your family don't love you unconditionally, right? If they can't love you unconditionally, if you can't be honest and say, listen, I don't believe in this religion. This is a man-made, they lie, whatever, right? If you can't be honest with your family and if they decide to shun you, then guess what? That's not your real family. Family is not by blood. Family is the people that you meet, the people who love you unconditionally. They could be friends, right? Friends turn into family. As of right now, My friends here in America, in Australia, and Europe, my friends are my family. I'm dead to my family right now because I came out and said, oh, I don't believe in this. I don't believe in this organization. And you know what? I'm fine with that. I accept that. You know why? Because at the end of the day, I'm being my true, authentic self. I will not be fake. I cannot be fake. I'm not doing it. I would never be fake. Once I realized that this religion that I was born and raised in, right? Once I realized that this religion that I was born and raised in was man-made and fake and false. Once I did my research, I said I'm not going back to this shit. There's no way in hell. And I won't stay in it just for my family, because guess what? My family, they want the fake version of me. They want the man-made, they want the version of me that just gives up common sense. The version of me that serves men blindly, right? With no legit evidence, with no legit proof that this is from God. They want the version of me that just serves men, serves mere men, and just have faith, right? Just have faith in an organization with no valid proof, right? Well, unfortunately, because I did my research, I have my proof that this is not the true religion. I have proof that this is just a man-made organization, right? I have proof. I did my research. Remember, Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't have proof. All they have is false hope and faith, some fake-ass faith, right? But when you become an apostate, people only become apostates and leave the organization because they've done their research. So I said to myself, I could have been fake, right? I could have put it on that act and I could have pleased my family and came back and faded out, whatever, right? But no. PIMOs, keep in mind, you have one life to live, only one. Don't waste it pleasing your family. Because in the end, in the long run, you're going to be an old person and you're going to have nothing but hate in your heart for your family and Jehovah's Witness friends. And when that day comes, if that day were to happen, right? If that day were to come, there's nothing you can do about it. Because time is the one thing you can't get back. You can't get back time. So why not be your true, authentic self now, right? Like I said, I'm not telling you guys to quit your jobs, to walk out of your parents' homes right now. I'm not saying none of that, right? All I'm saying is come up with a game plan so that you being PIMO isn't for the rest of your life. Right? Because at some point, you want to become your true, authentic self. You want to live your life for you and not to please others, right? Not to please your family and your Jehovah's Witness friends. You want to live your life for you, right? So have a network of PIMO friends, starting right now. Try to have a network of PIMO friends. Have a network of people outside the religion. Have some friends outside the religion, right? Come up with a game plan. Save some money. If you live with your parents, save some money so you can get your own place. If you're working for Jehovah's Witnesses, start looking for other jobs so that you won't be in a pickle once you leave the religion, right? But come up with a game plan. Think about the long term. You don't want to be a PIMO forever. I know you guys love your family, but ask yourself, do they truly love you unconditionally? Now, as a Jehovah's Witness, that's impossible. A Jehovah's Witness would never say, I love my kids, I love my family unconditionally, no matter what, I will always be. They could never ever say that, because the minute you tell them something that they don't want to hear, as you guys know, they're gone. They're gone. Their love is fake as fuck. You guys know that already, right? The love of Jehovah's Witness is fake as fuck, right? And you should not have to pretend to be a Jehovah's Witness just to keep your family, because that's not fair to you. There is plenty of people out there that will love you guys unconditionally. You just haven't met them yet. You haven't met them yet, right? And I'm speaking from personal experience. Like I told you guys, I have friends here in America. I have friends in Europe. I have friends in Australia. I'm going to Australia at the end of the year, right? I have friends that are dying to see me. I have people out there, non-Jehovah's Witnesses. Excuse the noise in the background. Sorry about that. Excuse the noise in the background. But I have friends, I have non-Jehovah's Witnesses out there that love me unconditionally. People out there that cannot wait to see me in Australia. Friends out there that let me stay with them for free. Like I said, I have friends that drove hours to see me. overseas, right? So that should tell you guys that there's a whole world out there, right? Come up with a game plan. Like I said, it could take 6 to 12 months, maybe even longer. Whenever you feel like you're ready, just come up with a game plan. Do not be PIMOs for the rest of your life just to please people that don't love you unconditionally. Remember, your family and friends, Jehovah's Witness family and friends, they don't love you unconditionally. They don't. And you shouldn't have to be fake just to keep people in your life. You should never have to be fake, right? Now, this is the true, authentic version of myself. I told my Jehovah's Witness family and friends how it is. I told them I don't believe in this nonsense. If you want to shun me, that's fine. Shun me. I'm good. I'm Gucci. But I will not be fake. I cannot be fake. Once you know the truth about the truth, you can't go back. You can't go back to that. Me personally, I can't be fake. I can't do that. I'm not doing that just to keep my family and friends. If my family, if they can't love me for who I am, I'm a good person. I know this. If they can't love me for who I am, just because I say, oh, I don't want to be in this religion, that means you can't talk to me. Just because I'm telling you the truth about the truth, I'm telling you to do your own research, that makes me a bad person? No, not at all. But I understand that Jehovah's Witnesses, they are fully indoctrinated. They are brainwashed, right? So they're instructed to shun anyone who turns their back on the religion, right? I get that. But I said this in my other videos. That manipulation, that doesn't work on me. If the governing body are telling witnesses to abandon their family and friends that are no longer part of the organization, then so be it. So be it. Shun me. Shun me. Do what you got to do. My mom and my two brothers have shunned me. Do what you got to do. I'd rather you shun me for me being authentic, for me being real, right? I'm being true to myself. I'm being true to you guys. I'd rather you shun me for me being real than to have me in your life for me being fake. One thing I would never ever do is be a fake motherfucker. Excuse my French. I would not be fake for nothing. So, you PIMOs, think about the long term. Come up with a game plan, right? Like I said, 6, 12, 18 months, whatever. Come up with a game plan so that long term, you guys don't have to do this for the rest of your life. Keep in mind, there are 8 billion people on this planet. There's only 8 million Jehovah's Witnesses. Thank God for that, right? But there are plenty of people on this planet that will love you for who you are. So be your true authentic self. Don't be fake. Don't be in this organization just to keep your family and friends, right? There's plenty of people out there that will love you for who you are, right? Come up with a game plan. Save up some money, right? Connect with your other PIMO friends. Start making friends outside the Jehovah's Witness organization. And you guys will see that you will find love. You will find the real true meaning of friendship and family outside the organization. But come up with a game plan in advance, right? Save some money, be smart, all right? But one thing I would tell you guys to not do, don't stay in this organization for the rest of your life. Don't be PIMOs for the rest of your life just to please your fake ass family and friends. They don't love you unconditionally. They don't. You will find people outside who will, all right? So just start thinking, come up with a game plan, and don't waste the rest of your life pleasing fake ass people. I'll see you guys on the next video. I love you guys.